Hey guys, this is Random Stuff with Alex Hughes, and I believe this is day 17 of the self-transformation journey, 30 days where I'm focusing mainly on personal development. And so today I started off at around 5:25, 5:30, so I did my, 5-minute meditation, and so I did a breath work meditation, and then I did a cold shower. It was pretty quick, very quick. It was probably like a minute or probably less than a minute, but like I said, I fell awake right after that. And then I had my smoothie, or I guess it's technically a smoothie. Bananas, nectarines, cocoa powder, milk, and possibly some oats. But it was really good. I finished off what I had in the pitcher, and then I had that with some bread pudding that I put, I stirred in there. Bread pudding was actually it turned out pretty well, pretty soft. I tasted the blueberries. I believe I tasted coconut. But yeah, it was kind of like ooey and gooey, so it was very filling. But the most exciting part of the day was probably the walk. So this morning it was very like much heavy dew where I was at on I was walking down Hutchison, and I got saturated, really. Like, I was walking down, I had my sunglasses on, and my clothes, like, literally after I came home, my shirt was wet because of all that heavy dew. It wasn't raining, it was just very humid outside. And my sunglasses, I kept wiping them off, and then they got so wet that I couldn't really wipe them off because my shirt was wet, so it didn't really make a difference, but they got a little bit hard to see out of. But I'd say that, yeah, it got pretty intense to the point where I was thinking about going back, but I decided to push on. So I walked up Hutchison. Like I said, I didn't really see too many people until I got back, and it kind of cleared up. But there's definitely some glimmers of hope. I was looking at the sky. I was like, oh, it looks like it's clearing up a bit. I was pretty excited, but it cleared up for me a little bit though, which was nice when I went back. But so it was pretty great, walking along. No coyotes today, which was great. I took a right on Barsby, went up Goodwin, and I was by Vista High School, my old alma mater. And then I walked up North Santa Fe, and then I walked back the same way. I was trying to practice mindfulness, especially on the way there. It was a little bit tricky because my mind kept wandering, as pretty reasonable because of the circumstance, all the water and whatnot. Drinking my chamomile tea with lemon, and I have some ashwagandha in there. So I basically take out the capsule, and then I unscrew it, and then I put the powder in there. The ashwagandha, the flavor reminds me of like what I used to have as a kid, like rice, because my grandmother is from Japan, so it's like rice. Basically, it's the watery stuff after the rice. But yeah, so I did come back. I definitely had to use the bathroom. Like I was at, I believe I was at I think it was like Hutchison or something, and I really had to go to the bathroom, and I'm glad I made it because I didn't want to go, outside. But yeah, the amount of water I drank before I had the smoothie was like a whole bottle of water. It wasn't hard to do, but the thing with water is sometimes it takes a little bit of time to process, and then you're out in the middle of the rural side of Vista, and there's no public restrooms anywhere, so it's kind of like you got to make it or you might break it. But yeah, so I ended up coming home. I did the microcosmic orbit qigong, and I definitely felt the energy. I did the 18-minute meditation, which, like I said, usually makes me feel paralyzed because it's like you're so focused on the breath, and it relaxes you so much that you can't really move. And then I ended up let's see, yeah, I basically Today was Monday, so start of the week. Usually, I kind of go around my room to see if there's something that I need to kind of work on, and I found a couple things I'll probably put in the free box on the street. Some video games that to be honest, I've kind of played hours and hours on. I'm trying to focus less on TV, video games, and just try to focus on like my purpose. So I'll probably get rid of some DS games that I have that I played hours. I kid you not, like Super Mario Brothers. I've been through that game a handful of times. And I've spent hours trying to get through all the levels and trying to get all the different different areas, unlocking things, and yeah, I spent hours on Super Mario Brothers on DS. I spent hours on this Rhythm Heaven game, that Japanese game. I'm just trying to get to that next level. It's like you get kind of upset, when you're not progressing in that. You're like, I got to go forward. And then there was this let's see, I gave away the Wipeout game because I already finished it and I went through it. I'll probably give away the Sims because I spent hours, not as much as SimCity 4. I spent probably days and weeks worth of time when I was in elementary school just playing that game. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't really go outside, because I was so focused on playing computer games. But yeah, The Sims, it's a little bit creepy because it's like, you're working so hard on building someone else's life that's not even real, when you could be spending time building your own life. I guess I was thinking about buying the expansion packs, but I don't know. I've spent hours on that game, and yeah, I'll have to think about that. But yeah, the idea is just that sometimes you play a game enough to where how it's gonna work out and how things are, and after a while it's kind of like, how far do you get? You can always use Easter egg or cheat codes, but how far can you get in that game? I also deleted some more music that had some lyrics that were like LMFAO. I had their album, Sorry for Party Rocking. Really good album, great instrumentals, great party music, but I don't know, some of the stuff was pretty explicit. And then even Maroon 5's album, Overexposed. It's like that album, when I was like in middle school or high school, that was a solid album for me. I think I liked almost all the songs on that album. But the reality is their songs they can be explicit too, so I'm trying to clean up what I'm listening to and putting in my subconscious mind. And so yeah, I ended up doing that. Excuse me. Definitely going to sleep tonight. But yeah, I ended up having another smoothie. This time it was bananas. I believe there was strawberries in there, milk. Just trying to think what else I put in there. Oats maybe. But yeah, that was the second smoothie of the day. Very filling. But right now I'm definitely feeling I'm not too hungry, but I definitely could eat something. My stomach is definitely getting flatter and flatter. That's usually what happened. Oh, that's what happened last week. It's like you don't eat for a while, or you don't eat any of the solid type of foods for the most part, and you definitely notice you start to lose some definition in your stomach in terms of the size. But yeah, I went over to Planet Fitness, did some meditation music on the bus, doing research on how to better effectively talk with women, and then I ended up getting over to Planet Fitness. I actually had to use the bathroom again because I had another full bottle of water, and then I ended up doing my workout, some weights. I did a pretty good job with 8 pounds, but I definitely noticed myself start to get tired kind of early. I was listening to Jay Today. That's the channel I tend to listen to when I'm doing the workout. And as always, yeah, I'm seeing that progress. Yeah, I'm looking at my muscle. It's doing pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. definitely my arms are still pretty kind of there's it's getting there, but I've only been going to the gym for maybe like over a little over a week, so that's not too long. Got to keep going, keep dedicated. But yeah, I ended up after that I took the bus over to Walmart. But yeah, mindfulness was pretty good today. There's some points where my thoughts, or where I had thoughts in my head that were kind of emotionally attached. That's what happens with your head, is that you tend to thoughts come in and you have that emotional attachment, whether it be like old memories or different feelings, anger, lust, jealousy, happiness, and it kind of passes by. But a lot of times your subconscious mind tries to attach to these emotions, so that way you pay attention to it, and just stay hooked. But the subconscious mind is the tool, and you're in control of your thoughts at all time. You just have to be conscious. Once you become conscious of yourself and your subconscious mind, then you can control it, and it just becomes, you're the master. You're the master of your mind, and you have to remember that. And it takes practice. Mindfulness is the best way to do it. Develop a curious mind. Keep practicing every day, even though when you don't feel like it, because if you don't practice it, you're going to lose the definition. That's how it works. Oh, man. Sorry, I just got a good chunk of that ashwagandha in my tea. It kind of settled at the bottom. I think I'll need some water for that. Wow, that was pretty gritty. Whew. Tea is one of those things that I don't mind it, but it's on the borderline.